If you own a 2004 C5 Corvette, you may have already discovered this annoying problem. Unlike the 1997 through 2003 C5s that use a side post battery, the 2004 uses a top post battery in a size that's not particularly common, called Group 86. That matters because Group 86 batteries can be harder to find and often are more expensive than the more common battery sizes. From what I've seen, at least some early C6 Corvettes also use the Group 86. You can't see it without some disassembly, but down here under the battery tray area is where you will find the engine computer and related wiring, which is one of the reasons many owners prefer to run a sealed AGM battery here. If a conventional flooded battery leaks or vents acid in this area, it can be a very expensive mistake. The GM dealer network no longer has 2004 Corvette harnesses available, so depending on the extent of the damage, a battery leak here could create repairs that exceed the value of some cars. Trying to find an AGM battery for your 2004 Corvette often tends to look like this. Options are limited, and prices are higher than more common battery sizes. This example is from AutoZone, but the other parts stores aren't that much different. I saved a lot of money by finding a more common battery size that still fits. I opted to go with the Group 24 instead. Here you can see it side by side with the original Group 86. It's roughly an inch wider and an inch taller than the Group 86, but it still fits the battery area well. One important note. Don't confuse this with a Group 24F. 24F is a common Ford battery size with the positive and negative terminals reversed. If you try this, make sure you get a standard Group 24. Here it is installed. The battery cables are running a little bit low on slack, but they still reach and they are not stretched tight. The factory hold down still works, and I didn't have to modify anything. So if you're dealing with expensive Group 86 prices, this may be a practical alternative. So for me, this ended up being a simple way to get an AGM battery while avoiding Group 86 pricing. The battery I chose was a Mighty Max Group 24 AGM rated at 710 cold cranking amps, which is more than the 600-ish that GM calls for in a 2004 Corvette. It costs $170, which was about half the price of some of my other AGM options that catalog suggests for this car. I don't have any history with this brand, so I can't tell you it's amazing yet, but they claim a 3-year warranty, and most of the reviews were positive when I bought it. At that price, I was willing to try it. If it turns out to be junk later, I'll update you guys. If you're interested, I'll put the Amazon link in the description. Another option that's a little bit closer to the size of a Group 86, also available from Mighty Max for $20 cheaper than what I paid, is the Group 35. I opted to go with the 24 because my battery was dead and this would be here sooner. Either one should work no problem in your 2004 Corvette. I'll include a link to the Group 35 model in the description as well. So if you own a late C5 or possibly one of the early C6 cars that uses the same battery, this may be a good way to save some money and still get a sealed AGM battery. Hopefully this helps someone avoid overpaying for an uncommon battery size that you really don't have to have. If this battery gives me great service or gives me problems, I'll update you guys either way. Thanks for watching.